Hello, you are welcome to this class. The unforeseen has happened in football tournament. The unimaginable. This is Balogun. He was given a red card because Trump placed a call to FIFA president. The decision was reviewed and was suspended. It's good to have a powerful president anyhow you want to look at. Now the story, now it brings us on this class. Remember, tomorrow, US will be playing Belgium, okay? Balogun set off. We will see what happen. US striker Folari Balogun received a straight red card against Bosnia and Herzegovina for serious foul play after a VAR review. Watch. You see also, look at the slow motion here. You see also, before we continue, we'll look at a little story on how Balogun became US citizen. Folari Balogun was born in New York, but it happened almost by chance. His parents are Nigerian Yoruba, but they were living in London. While in US for a visit, the mother was already 7 months pregnant. When they wanted to return to London, the airline staff reportedly refused to let her fly because of the pregnancy. The belly they show well. He stayed in Brooklyn, New York until Balogun was born. That was how he became automatic US citizen. The family could stay for US. When Balogun was 2 months old, they returned to London. So Balogun had 3 football options. 1, US, because he was born there. England, because he grew up there, he trained there, played for clubs there. And also Nigeria, because of his parents. But in 2023, he decided to play for United States national team. Back to the red card issue. The red card means say he go miss round of 16 match against Belgium tomorrow. Okay? Trump intervention. Report says President Trump contacted FIFA President Gianni Infantino, arguing the red card was unfair and should be reviewed. Say what? Why am I going to give a red card? I say I don't want the ball now. FIFA reversed the suspension. FIFA suspended Balogun's 1 match ban. Remember, say he supposed not play 1 match. Okay? Allow him to play against Belgium. Why the red card itself remain on his record? Unimaginable. Why it is controversial. Critics says political intervention undermines the independence of football and creates a dangerous precedent. Supporters say FIFA simply corrected an unfair referee decision. Say that was not actually a red card offense. But we see similar incidents. People know they bring out videos. Just one. As you can see, they say even Messi did the same thing against a player, just like Balogun, like this. So why punishing Balogun? But remember, saying a different referees. Okay? Watch.
ضد الجزائر 20 عام تمام الكمال.
That was Messi. You see also? Look at what Trump said. Thank you to FIFA for doing what was right and reversing a great injustice. President Donald J. Trump. Imagine say na Nigeria, as we hide our head, we cannot talk. We go they hide, he go they hide. But we'll continue now. Look at what he talk here.
So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was 2 guys running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going, no, these were 2 great athletes that got tangled up, and this referee, who is a little bit suspect, if you check his past, I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy, but very suspect. If you'd like, I'll provide you with the past. He made a call that nobody could believe. You know, even people on the other side, they say, oh, we got lucky. Wow. And it's very interesting. They say they don't show them in slow motion. And I never realized that. I never heard of that before. That they're not allowed to review in slow motion because it's so different. Because you'll take one little quarter of a second and you'll see that a hand is touching a neck or you'll see something. Whereas when you see it in fast motion, it will look like two guys collided, which is really what happened. They got sort of entangled. He didn't do anything wrong, and he's our best player or one of our best players, a very vital player. And he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't think it meant much. Then I started hearing that means he can't play in the next game, at least in the next game. I said, boy, that's a big, if it happened to another player, it would have been unfair. But when they take your best player, or just about, they have some great players, and they say you can't play, that's very unfair. That's, it's one thing to penalize somebody for the game, but how do you penalize them for a game that hasn't been played yet? It's very unfair. You can't do that. So, yes, I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected, and by the way, whose level of respect has gone up tenfold. And he was good before this started, but he really pushed it in this country. I'm the one that got them to do it. It was not Biden. Biden was asleep. I got him to do it. In fact, it was very sad because I got him to do it. And if the progression was normal, I would have been retired now. The Democrats are saying, man, we should have just let him have his way. We would have had him gone. But I said, the saddest thing is I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup.
You don't see us so? Look at what Ted Cruz, they talk.
On behalf of all Americans, thank you for getting rid of that ridiculous red card. This is his. It was spectacular. There was a reason the FIFA trophy sat here for as long as it did.
You see so? But we see some memes. People they share online now. So you can see as they give a red card, now you give a Trump's card.
You get a red card. Nah, bro, I have the Trump card. I win. What? That's not how it works.
See so? Another one. He plenty just that. People they criticize matter. Number one, a former FIFA president, Sepp Blatter. He does say red cards are not overturned by political phone calls. They are overturned by rules, evidence, and independent bodies. Okay? If a US president intervenes with the FIFA president and a player is suddenly cleared before a World Cup knockout match, the question is unavoidable. But this FIFA, football must never become a playground for political power. But Trump believes say if he pull off anything anywhere, that's why go arrest a city president. If he arrests FIFA president, even the coach. You know what he said? He said he get record on the man, on the referee. Even Royal Belgian Football Association, where go play US tomorrow, they also drop a statement. The Royal Belgian Football Association, RBFA, is astonished by the FIFA's decision to protect the legitimate rights of all participating teams and protect the fundamental principle of fair play. The RBFA is investigating all potential options. Even UEFA dropped their own. Anyway, FIFA president not talk. I have seen the public comment regarding the decision of the independent FIFA disciplinary committee related to the suspension of Folari Balogun, and I would like to reiterate a fundamental principle of FIFA's governance. Okay, what do you want to talk? FIFA judicial bodies are independent. E no consign you and no get hand put. They are independent. They operate autonomously, apply the FIFA disciplinary code, and decide cases based on the applicable regulation and the specific facts before them. So, their independence is essential to the credibility and integrity of football, and this must always be respected. Say, put mouth to. Yes, I regularly discuss matters related to the FIFA World Cup with the President of the United States. Okay? They talk sometimes with the President of the United States, matter that concern FIFA World Cup. And on this matter, I did receive a call from President Donald Trump, just as I received calls from heads of state, government officials, football stakeholders, and business executives from around the world on many different issues. Don't be only Trump, they call me. During our conversation, I explained that there was an ongoing legal process involving FIFA's independent judicial bodies, and that the case will be decided in due course by the competent bodies. That is how FIFA's system works. and it is a principle that I will always uphold. I read the decisions of the FIFA disciplinary committee when they are issued. Now only read out to the Ibobu. Sometimes I am surprised by them when I read the way when they read them. Sometimes I agree with them and sometimes I disagree. Okay? It does say what I always do, however, is respect those decisions and the autonomy of the bodies that make them. Whether we personally like a decision or not is irrelevant. Whether you like Amo, you don't like Amo, it no matter, including him. Now they decide, okay? Respect for the independent institutions and the rule of law is what protects the integrity of our competition and the credibility of FIFA at all times, okay? Those say so, you say you don't get hand put, they carry the matter, go give them the disciplinary committee, and they decide, no be reverse the suspension, and okay, the matter so. What you wanna think? You wanna drop up comment section. You think say if now one of our players do like this, anybody pick up for us, that's why it's good though. They born you for a good place, so where they born you matter. What do you think? Drop up a comment section, drop a like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.